Okay, we have sum and difference formulas for sine, cosine, and tangent. Let's go over the formulas for sine. We have here, if you have sine of alpha plus beta, don't worry about alpha and beta. Like A and B, like X and Y, the same. So don't be scared from Latin alphabetics. So sine of alpha plus beta equals sine of alpha cosine of beta plus cosine of alpha sine of beta. We switch sine cosine plus cosine sine. And the same with the difference. Let's prove this identity through a famous ratio, sine of 90. We have sine of 90. As you know that sine of 90 is 1 equals 1. It equals 1, as you know. Keep that here. We need to prove that sine of 90 equals 1 using the sum or the difference of sine. So we're going to split 90 to be two famous angles, and I prefer to have 60 and 30. So it's sine of 60 plus 30 degrees. 90 equals 60 plus 30. And we're going to apply this formula, and we need to believe that this formula is applicable. So it will be sine cosine plus cosine sine. It will be sine of 60 sine cosine plus cosine sine cosine sine. Sine of 60 cosine of 30 and cosine of 60 sine of 30. And we know that sine of 60 is a square root of 3 over 2. Cosine of 30 is the same, square root of 3 over 2. If you don't remember, just bring Pythagorean triangle with the 30 and 60 degrees, right triangle. The opposite to 30 is 1. The hypotenuse is 2. Remember that, 1 and 2. Then the opposite to 60, it's a square root of 3. 2 squared is 4 minus 1, and then it's 3, square root of 3. So we could find all ratios here, sine of 30, cosine of 60, sine of 60, and cosine of 30. So cosine of 30 is adjacent over hypotenuse, would be square root of 3 over 2. And sine of 60, the opposite of 60 is square root of 3 over 2, will be the same. 60 and 30 are complementary angles. The total of 30 and 60 and 90 we call complementary angles, cofunction ratio. Cosine of 60 is the adjacent, which is 1 over 2. It's a half. And the same with sine. Sine of 30 is a half. Most of you know it. Then we gonna simplify together, combine a half times a half, and combine square root of 3 over 2 times square root of 3 over 2 together. Then it will be square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3, divided by 2 times 2 is 4, and 1 times 1 is 1, divided by 2 times 2 is 4. Then if you add 3 plus 1 is 4 over 4. 4 over 4 is 1. So we use the sum formula for sine, and we prove that sine of 90 is 1. And we know already that sine of 90 is 1.